morning, everyone, and a special thank you to all of you first responders in New Milford. It has been 13 years since that horrific attack on the Twin Towers in New York. To some, 13 years may seem like a long time. I'm sure for some of us, we have children or grandchildren who aren't even born at 9/11. But when we are gathered here as a community, as we are today, somehow it seems just like yesterday. And sadly, there is no promise that when we gather here next year or 5 years or 10 years from now, that the pain is going to be any less. One of the things that shocked me 13 years ago was not only the terrible destruction and the loss of life, but the fact that there were actually people in the world who had, and unfortunately some still have, such an intense degree of hatred and rage against our American way of life. Yet it was that very American way of life that they so despised that provided the courage and selflessness of our first responders to go into those burning towers to rescue thousands of people with no care for their own safety. Through their heroic acts, the first responders on 9/11 showed the terrorists and their followers what it truly means to be an American. As President Bush said, one of the worst days in America's history saw some of the bravest acts in America's history. There was one public service TV commercial back then, and it showed a picture of a normal American street before the attacks. The commercial said, "The terrorists thought they could change us," and they did. They then showed a picture of that street decorated with American flags. The commercial was right. The attacks did change us. For some of us, the change was on a very personal level for those that we loved and lost on that day. For some of us, it was a new or further commitment to act as a first responder in our communities. For all of us, it changed the way that we traveled. It changed the way that we believed that nothing like that could ever happen here. And it changed the way that we honor those who serve and continue to serve as first responders. What those attacks did not change was the willingness of our first responders to put themselves in harm's way whenever they are needed. What those attacks did not change was the resilience of the American spirit to face evil and to attack and not retreat. What the attacks did not change was the resolve as Americans to be a beacon of light and opportunity for all the world to see. As President George Bush said at the time of the attacks, terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. I am proud of all the first responders on 9/11 who sacrificed life and limb to come to the aid of all of those people. I am proud of all the first responders in New Milford who protect and take care of our neighbors and families. I am proud to call New Milford my home, and like all of you, I am proud to be an American. God bless you all.